In the dim glow of his cramped apartment kitchen, single dad Alex Harper slammed his coffee mug down so hard that hot liquid splashed across the counter, mirroring the storm raging in his chest. "Damn it, Elena," he muttered to himself, wiping the spill with a ragged towel. His boss had just sent another late-night email, demanding revisions on a project he'd already poured his soul into, revisions that would keep him up until dawn, again. Little did he know, in just a few short weeks, that very woman would shatter his world with a single, unexpected kiss, turning his torment into something he never saw coming. Hey, if this story of heartbreak, redemption, and unexpected love is already pulling at your heartstrings, smash that like button right now and hit subscribe for more tales that remind us life can flip in an instant. Trust me, you won't want to miss what's next. Alex Harper was a man built from the ruins of his own life. At 35, he carried the weight of the world on his broad shoulders, shoulders that had once held his wife, Sarah, in tender embraces before cancer stole her away 2 years ago. Now, those shoulders bore the burden of raising their 6-year-old daughter, Lily, alone. By day, he was a mid-level marketing analyst at Apex Innovations, a sleek tech firm in downtown Seattle where innovation buzzed like electricity in the air. But his boss, Elena Vasquez, was the storm cloud that darkened every sunny moment. Sharp-tongued, impeccably dressed, and unyieldingly ambitious, Elena drove her team with the precision of a scalpel, cutting deep when deadlines loomed and expectations soared. From the moment Alex joined the company a year ago, desperate for stability after Sarah's passing, Elena had singled him out. "Harper, your reports are sloppy," she'd snap in meetings, her dark eyes piercing like daggers. "Do you even understand the client's vision?" It wasn't just criticism, it felt personal. Alex would clench his jaw, nod politely, and retreat to his cubicle, where photos of Lily's gap-toothed smile reminded him why he endured it. He needed the job, the health insurance for Lily's asthma treatments, the steady paycheck to keep their tiny apartment from slipping away. But Elena's relentless demands chipped away at him. Late nights became routine, weekends blurred into workdays, and Alex's patience frayed like an old rope. One rainy Tuesday morning, the tension boiled over. Alex arrived at the office soaked from the downpour, Lily's forgotten lunchbox in hand because he'd rushed her to school in a panic. As he settled into his desk, Elena strode in, her high heels clicking like gunfire. "Harper, where's the quarterly projection deck? I needed it an hour ago." Her voice was ice-cold, cutting through the hum of keyboards. Alex looked up, exhaustion etching lines around his blue eyes. "I sent it last night, Ms. Vasquez. At 2 a.m. He tried to keep his tone even, but an edge crept in. She crossed her arms, her tailored blazer hugging her athletic frame. "And it's incomplete. Fix it. Now." Without another word, she turned on her heel and vanished into her glass-walled office, leaving Alex seething. He pounded his fist on the desk, muttering under his breath. Why did she hate him? Was it his occasional tardiness from Lily's doctor appointments? Or the way he prioritized family over overtime? Whatever it was, Elena Vasquez was driving him crazy, and he fantasized about quitting more times than he could count. But beneath Elena's steely exterior lay her own hidden fractures. At 38, she was the youngest VP in Apex's history, a Latina powerhouse who'd clawed her way up from a childhood in a crowded Miami apartment, where her single mother worked 3 jobs. Success was her armor, vulnerability her enemy. Relationships? They'd always ended in disaster, men intimidated by her drive, or worse, trying to dim her light. So she poured everything into work, pushing her team as hard as she pushed herself. Alex, with his quiet competence and those fleeting smiles when he talked about his daughter, irritated her in ways she couldn't admit. He reminded her of what she'd sacrificed, a family, softness, the simple joys she buried under ambition. As weeks dragged on, the clashes intensified. During a high-stakes client pitch, Alex's innovative idea, a targeted social media campaign, shone brightly, but Elena dismissed it in front of everyone. Too risky, Harper. Stick to the basics. Humiliated, Alex stormed out after the meeting, grabbing his coat and heading home early for once. Lily greeted him at the door with a hug, her small arms wrapping around his legs. "Daddy, why are you sad?" she asked, her curly hair bouncing as she tilted her head. He knelt down, forcing a smile. "Just a tough day at work, sweetie. But you're my sunshine." That night, as he tucked her in, reading her favorite story about brave adventurers, Alex vowed to find a new job. He couldn't let Elena's toxicity poison his life anymore. Fate, however, had other plans. The following Friday, Apex hosted its annual team-building retreat at a rustic lodge in the Cascade Mountains. Snow dusted the pines, and the air smelled of pine and promise. Alex dreaded it, 2 days away from Lily, who was staying with his sister, but he couldn't afford to skip. Elena, ever the organizer, led icebreakers with forced enthusiasm, her laughter ringing hollow. During a group hike, Alex lagged behind, his mind on Lily's bedtime routine. Elena, noticing, fell back to motivate him. "Keeping up, Harper," she teased, her breath visible in the crisp air. He shot her a glare. "Not all of us live for this corporate bonding crap." Her eyes narrowed. "Watch your tone. This is about team unity." "Unity? You mean blind obedience," he retorted, his voice rising. The group ahead didn't hear, but the words hung between them like storm clouds. Elena stopped, facing him. "You think I'm the villain here? I've built this department from nothing. If I push, it's because I care about success, for all of us." Alex laughed bitterly. "Care? You don't know the first thing about my life. I'm raising a daughter alone, scraping by, and you treat me like I'm disposable." For the first time, Elena's mask cracked. Her lips parted, surprise flickering in her eyes. I didn't know about your wife. I'm sorry." He waved it off, turning away. "Save it. Just leave me alone." That evening, around the lodge's roaring fireplace, the team shared stories over hot cocoa. Alex opened up reluctantly about Sarah, how her illness had taught him the fragility of life. The room grew quiet, empathy softening faces. Elena sat across from him, her gaze fixed on the flames, something shifting inside her. Later, as the group dispersed, she found him on the porch, staring at the starry sky. "Alex," she said softly, using his first name for the first time. "I owe you an apology. I've been hard on you because, well, you're talented, and I see potential. But I pushed too far." He turned, skepticism etched on his face. "Why now?" She sighed, wrapping her arms around herself against the chill. "Because hearing about your loss, it reminds me of my own regrets. I lost my father young, and work became my escape. Maybe I've forgotten how to be human." Their eyes met, vulnerability bridging the gap. In that moment, under the vast night sky, Elena leaned in impulsively, her lips brushing his in a kiss that tasted of regret and possibility. Time froze. Alex pulled back, stunned, his heart pounding. "What? Why?" "I don't know," she whispered, her cheeks flushing. But everything just changed. From that kiss onward, the world tilted on its axis. Back at the office, the dynamic shifted subtly at first. Elena's emails softened, laced with encouragement rather than demands. Alex found himself lingering after meetings, sharing coffee breaks where they talked, not about work, but life. He learned about her dreams of traveling the world, her secret love for painting abstracts that captured her inner turmoil. She discovered his passion for cooking family recipes passed down from Sarah, and how Lily's laughter was his anchor. But challenges loomed. Alex grappled with guilt. Was he betraying Sarah's memory? Lily, sensing change, asked innocent questions. "Daddy, who's the lady from work?" Elena faced her own demons. Vulnerability terrified her, and office romance risked her hard-earned position. Whispers started in the break room, is something going on with Vasquez and Harper? Jealous colleagues fueled rumors, and when a major project deadline approached, old habits resurfaced. During a late-night strategy session in Elena's office, frustration peaked. "This isn't working, Alex," she exclaimed, slamming a folder down. "We need perfection." He stood, anger flaring. Perfection? Or control? "I thought we were past this." She rubbed her temples. "I'm scared. If this fails, it's on me. And us, what if it affects everything?" He softened, stepping closer. "Then we face it together. I'm not just your employee anymore." Their second kiss was deliberate, passionate, sealing a pact. They navigated the minefield carefully, disclosing their relationship to HR, enduring judgmental stares. Alex introduced Elena to Lily over ice cream, watching as his daughter warmed to her with wide-eyed curiosity. "You're pretty," Lily said shyly, and Elena's tough facade melted. Key challenges arose, a custody scare from Sarah's distant relatives, questioning Alex's stability amid his office fling. Elena stood by him, using her network to secure legal aid. Then, Elena's promotion opportunity threatened relocation to New York. "I can't leave you and Lily," she confessed tearfully one night, as they sat on his couch, Lily asleep in her room. "We'll make it work," Alex assured, pulling her close. Love isn't about convenience. Resolution came in waves. The project succeeded spectacularly, earning Elena praise and Alex a well-deserved raise. The relatives backed off, impressed by his support system. Elena turned down the promotion, choosing instead to lead a new Seattle-based initiative. Their bond deepened, blending families in small ways, weekend picnics, movie nights where Lily cuddled between them. Months later, on a sunny afternoon in the park where Alex had proposed to Sarah years ago, he knelt before Elena. "You've turned my chaos into home," he said, sliding a ring onto her finger. Tears streamed down her face as she nodded yes. Everything had changed, indeed. From adversaries to soulmates, they proved that love could bloom in the unlikeliest places, healing wounds and forging futures. And as Alex watched Lily chase butterflies with Elena's hand in his, he knew, sometimes, the person who drives you crazy is the one who saves you. If this emotional roller coaster left you inspired, remembering that second chances are always possible, don't forget to like this video and subscribe for more heartwarming stories that celebrate love's transformative power. Your support means the world. See you in the next one.